Now, let's talk about Kevin Spacey, and let's go straight over to writer and commentator Candice Holdsworth. Hello, Candice.
Hi, Kev.
Yeah, so yesterday, for the second time, over in America, Kevin Spacey had a big court case alleging sexual abuse, sexual assault thrown out. Yesterday, he was found not guilty of 9 counts of sexual assault against, I think, 4 different men over a period of 20 years. Found not guilty. He says, I'm determined to pick up my career where I left off. A brilliant career, a double Oscar winner, one of the greatest actors of all time, certainly arguably the greatest film actor we've ever seen. Just a remarkable performer, charismatic, brilliant, just mesmerising. So I hope he can, and I think he should be able to, and yet without a single offence to his name, never been found guilty of anything. Yes, there have been allegations. He remains, I think, determinedly cancelled. That is so wrong, isn't it?
There is. So the American magazine National Review put it really well. It said he's like in the Twilight Zone. So he's not been convicted of anything, but his reputation is still marred by accusation. And, you know, one thing that I think that's quite noticeable is it's not like there's been a flood of support for him now. I mean, you know, people who were already skeptical of Me Too and cancel culture have come out and said, well, this is what happens when you witch hunt people and you decide to convict them or decide they're guilty until proven innocent. But, you know, you haven't heard much from, you know, many people in Hollywood, you know, who edited him out of films and completely killed his career. And I think that's what happens when you have a kind of moral panic and a witch hunt. You know, the people who perpetrated it and did all the damage then can't quite reconcile themselves to what they've done, and they stay silent. And I mean, you've done so many good interviews with Harvey Procter, who was obviously caught up in the whole VIP pedophile witch hunt scandal. And he's spoken so powerfully about what it's like to be the person accused of that and to have people not believe you and, you know, to be presumed guilty before innocent. Do you know what he said yesterday
to Candice? And it sort of took my breath away. I said, what's it like to be accused of extremely serious crimes? He was accused of paedophile sex offences and murder. And to know that you're innocent, to know you didn't do it. He said it takes your breath away.
I cannot imagine what it must be like. I mean, you know, I'm fascinated by the Salem witch trials, and I think a lot of people are. It's sort of like the cautionary tale.
We haven't changed as a species, have we, over the centuries?
No, we haven't, but we like to think we have. We think we're more enlightened, but we're not necessarily more enlightened. And I mean, even when they eventually realized that what they did was wrong, I mean, the impact was still felt many years into the future by all the people that have been damaged by it. And Kevin Spacey, I mean, he doesn't quite have, I think, the fan base of someone like Michael Jackson or Johnny Depp, who are diehard fans and they'll love him no matter what. One thing that was very noticeable about Kevin Spacey was he was immediately condemned. I mean, he just immediately fell into obscurity and disgrace.
Yeah, he said that in a matter of days from the first allegations against him, which were usually from young men that he said made aggressive sexual advances towards, he said that in a matter of days, he lost everything. He lost his career, he lost his agent, he was stripped of various honours and awards, he lost his reputation in a matter of days. And that situation remains intact 6 years on, even though he's been found not guilty. So for cancel culturists, being found not guilty in a court of law doesn't matter. What matters is you are guilty in the all-powerful court of public opinion. You know, again, that is so horrendously wrong. And the problem is, will the Hollywood studios stand up for decency and say, this man has done nothing wrong, we re-embrace him? Will they? Hell.
Yes, well, I wonder if he could do an interview, but it would have to be with a friendly journalist, you know, someone who's sympathetic to him. Yeah, where he can give his perspective and he can say, listen, this is where I'm coming from. Because I think the damage has been done, and I'm not sure that people can completely switch their perception of him instantly, unless they were already, like I say, skeptical of the accusations. So it's going to take some work for him to reframe himself in public opinion, because what has happened to him has been so damaging. You know, he'll have to do the work to get back to that moment. But I mean, you have to be careful because, you know, the interview, you might not be able to manage it. I mean, look at Prince Andrew. Look how horribly wrong it went
No,
for him.
Kevin Spacey's a smart guy. He'd be fine with that. I'm just going to finish, Candice. David Bull on his breakfast show this morning on TalkTV spoke to an American showbiz agent type who actually said this. He said, just because you've been found not guilty in a court of law, it doesn't mean you're innocent. Actually, it does. And that's what these cancel culturists have got to get on board. Candice, great to talk to you. All too brief, but we'll talk again soon. Candice Holdsworth there.